Breaking news, South Africa is about to become Africa's biggest clean energy hub, and this is why everyone is talking about it. So right now, South Africa just secured a Chinese support for $122 billion. So this money is for energy support programs. So the goal is to cut years of power cuts and also to increase electricity supply, at the same time also to grow the country's economy. The plan includes building 105 gigawatts of new electricity capacity and 14,500 kilometer power lines by 2039. So that's not even all. South Africa wants Chinese to open companies in South Africa so that they will be the one building solar panels, batteries, transformers, cables, and other energy equipment. So this means that there's going to be more jobs for South Africans, and also there will be less dependence on import. If this project succeeds, this could make South Africa the biggest supplier of clean energy equipment to other African countries, helping other African countries get the technology at a lower cost.
So South Africa just won massively again. South Africa just out-negotiated the whole of Africa yet again. South Africa walked into Beijing and walked away with an energy deal worth around $122 billion. I'm talking about building of a new 105 gigawatts of energy. I'm talking about 14,500 kilometers worth of transmission lines. So if you don't have an idea, I'm talking about from Cape Town, you string wires all the way to Cairo. So for over 15 years, South Africa have been grappling with load shedding. South Africa is already operating the capacity of 50 plus gigawatts, 50,000 megawatts of electricity. Nigeria is struggling around 13 and will transmit only 4. This is not just, it didn't just happen. They had a plan. They had one perspective, and one minister knew there was an investment opportunity in that aspect. So he went to Chinese, the people with the money, and he went with a prospectus, a plan, and a timeline. If you don't understand what we're talking about, $24 billion will be used for transmission, because South Africa understands that no matter how you generate electricity, and if you can't distribute and transmit it to the factories, which is where the money is, then it's of no use. About 7 consortia in South Africa are already pre-licensed to engage in these tasks, and they are building 2,000 kilometers. And this whole project is going to terminate or going to come to conclusion in 2039. But here is what would make you go crazy. South Africa is not just calling China to come and build power plants. No. South Africa is building an ecosystem around this stuff. So in the next 10 years, maybe when Nigeria finally wakes up, we're going to be ordering our copper wires, we're going to be ordering inverters, we're going to be ordering automated metric systems, we're going to be ordering transformers, pylons, and all of that from South Africa, because these companies are going to be situated in South Africa. South Africa already has a bilateral trade relationship with China, which is worth around $36 billion. Nigeria is close, $24 billion, but we don't have a plan. Investors do not invest in noise. They do not invest in confusion. They invest with people who have plans, actual blueprints. South Africa just won again. Tomorrow they will pursue Nigerians. I will be crying. All our politicians here embezzling trillions, buying Lamborghinis and buying big Prados and bulletproof cars, only to remove their hand and use Koboko to wipe the poor people along their motorcade. So compare 105 gigawatts in South Africa and just 5 in Nigeria. Do you think we can meet up? Do you think you can compare?
So, in other news, on a lighter note, South Africa went to the World Cup with bright spies, with Amapiano, with enough vibes to shake Canada. After the final whistle, everybody looked around and said, "Sharp, let's go." Because honestly, what is in Canada that we don't already have in South Africa? Is it the beautiful scenery? Is it the wildlife? Is it the good weather? Is it the great infrastructure? One of the best roads and transport system? Is it the bride? Definitely fire. Then you have Ghanaian fans seeking for asylum, wanting Canada as their second home, as their new home. Like, really? No, man. At this very point, I just thank God that Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup. Because if they did, the Canadian immigration would have declared a public holiday just to cope with the queues. Oh, Lord. Thank you for watching. May God really continue to bless South Africa and her people. God bless you.
I have never seen a single South African ever complain about a Kenyan misbehaving in their country. And this pushes me to ask, are there no Kenyans in South Africa, or are all Kenyans in South Africa rightfully documented? Or are Kenyans just doing something right that the rest of the world, the rest of Africa, need to copy from them? Now, I watched a video from Grandiland where he was appreciating the fact that he has not seen any Kenyan, right, who is being ill-treated or being questioned, or who is literally being faced by South Africans during this very tensed period in South Africa. Then it pushed me to think a little deeper, and I'm like, that's true. I have never seen a Kenyan caught up in this whole mess on social media. Now, I know so many Kenyans. I have so many Kenyan friends, and Kenyans could be very petty, right? They could be very, very petty, but they are very respectful, and their pettiness always comes out when you attack them. Because in general, they're very nice people, very respected people, and they respect people as well. They're respectful at the same time, right? So it pushes me to wonder, are there no illegal Kenyans in South Africa? There will definitely be. But now, maybe you will never just notice them. Kenya is one of the most populous countries in Africa. Like when you go top 10, Kenya definitely falls in like multi-millions of Kenyans all around the world. But then again, maybe you guys should tag me on some videos, but I have never heard that Kenyans are being ill-treated, or they are being dragged, or they are being insulted in a particular community, and Kenyans are they're not even like quiet. It's not like they're quiet. They're not quiet, but I guess they're very respectful, and there's just that thing about Kenya. There's that positive thing about Kenya, right? It's very unfortunate that things are going on the way they're going on in South Africa right now, because Kenyan South Africans really love themselves. Like they're so cool on social media, but I see some people trying to bring in some rifts between these people. But come to think of it, I've not seen any Kenyan who has gone through a tough one in South Africa, and I pray it doesn't happen, by the way, because Kenyans were not easy, right? It's gonna be like a lot, but yeah, you guys are amazing, man. You guys are amazing. How you guys respect laws, how you guys just do your things, it's amazing, and I must really commend you guys for that, right? At the same time, I don't know how far I'm gonna be pleading, but I will just have to keep pleading, and every single opportunity I can plead. I'm pleading with South Africans, I'm pleading with Jacinta, I'm pleading with any other person who is literally so bitter. I mean, I really cannot measure the pain that you guys are going through right now, but I'm just pleading that you guys should temper justice with mercy. This 30th of June thing is very terrifying, especially for the people who are in South Africa, and even the South Africans themselves, though. I feel terrified for them, right? So let's just see how things go, but please, you guys should calm down. I don't know if but you guys should just calm down. I'm begging you guys, just calm down. I guess we can use so many other ways to solve this thing, please.
Today I want to appreciate the people of Kenya. The Kenyans. I've never heard of any country complaining about the people of Kenya. Even in South Africa, we're not complaining about the people of Kenya. Even if you go online, we have never seen the people of Kenya insulting other people. It's like you keep things to yourselves, and you have this pride about being Kenyans. You don't go around the world causing problems in other nations. I really appreciate you. I think most African countries must learn from the people of Kenya. I haven't forgotten about the people of Botswana. You people are just lovely, beautiful people.